I think this FBA group is a fringe group within the Black community that are pushing this delineation agenda, but it's also an internet thing. The FBA thing is a huge internet thing.
What
Oh,
do,
we
what do you mean by
FBA.
that? What do you mean by it? What do you mean by FBA being an internet thing? What do you mean by that?
I mean that I see it more in the internet. I see it on TikTok. I see it on in YouTube spaces, in TikTok spaces. People talking about foundational Black Americans and their purpose, what they doing, or whatever, whatever. Even I saw it in the comments. Some Black Americans are talking about I don't even know what is FBA, and I don't even hear about it in the real world. I just see it in the internet. Even people in your comment section were saying that. So I'm assuming because for the reactions that I saw in the comment section, I saw that the audience that you have, a lot of them were not FBAs. Because the ones that they were considering themselves FBAs, it was just a small amount comparing to the rest of the other ones. If a Black American say like, it's okay, it's fine, like I feel bad that you feel this way or whatever, the FBA will respond like, okay, so you could go with her, like that. Like they will. So it's like a fringe, I think, community within the Black community. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
So you feel like FBA, it's a group inside of the Black community.
Yeah. Did you see the videos? Not the videos. They talking about delineation. That word delineation that they use a lot, and they were saying like, we just want to delineate. We want to. But I was like, what are we delineating from? They want to delineate from all other Black diasporas, and they just want to be this unique. They want the African American or Black American community to be unique within their own culture, and beside being Black Americans, they want to claim it also as an ethnicity.
Objectively speaking, they are unique. Their experience is unique. We could say that objectively. That the FBA experience, the Black American experience, yes, they're Black, and yes, Black people of Latin America, Black Africans, yeah, they're all Black. They're the Black race, but objectively, Black Americans do have a unique experience. And I think that your own experience has proven it, and the experience of Africans that come to this country, Latinos that are Black that come to this country, your experiences are much different. Your experience as a Black Latina is much different here than the FBA experience. So their
Absolutely.
experience is unique, as well as their culture is unique.
I'm just trying to say that I'm a Black woman. Do you get what I mean?
Of course I do. I mean, your initial, introduction was to say, "Hey, I'm Black." Although other, Black Latinos want to claim that we're not Black. We're Black. I get that. I don't even. You're not gonna get a rebuttal out of me. It's
Exactly. And I want to actually disassociate from that perception that all of the African Latinos feel that way. Panamanians, in particular, we don't at all. And we want out of that. We don't want nothing to do with that. And as you can see, like I saw in the comments, because the Dominicans and the Puerto Ricans and some Cubans engage in that rhetoric, they just contaminating all of us. Afro Latinos that they do love their diaspora and they love their race and they love all of their African ancestry and their blackness, and now they are the African Americans or Black Americans, they are lumping us all together. Because what I saw in your comment section is like, well, you guys claim not to be Black, so why you talking about now? Now you all of a sudden want to be Black. All of a sudden, like now from recently now, all Afro Latinos want to be Black. I'm tired of you guys disrespect. No, it's not all. You cannot put all of us in one basket because it's not all Afro Latinos that feel like that. From the moment I was born, I've been identifying myself as a Black woman and I love my Blackness and I'm going to die Black. That's something that my grandmother used to tell me. Panamanian is just a nationality. I could be born in any country in the world. I still would have been born Black. And that's something that I take much of a lot of pride. So I just wanted to make clear that because I can actually speak for Black Americans. So I just hate the fact that we are in a time that the tensions, the racial tensions and the divides and the all of this is like taking an upward. And then I just want to make clear to Black Americans this like, hey, don't look over here. Look that way. That's them. We don't be walking around in the streets of New York. I be telling Black people in their face, "Me no black, papi. Me no black." No, that's not us. And that's all I wanted to say.
I do want to give you something that I want you to think about it. And if you want to respond now, yes. But if you want to go ahead and take it home to think about, by all means. Pero si tú piensas que you could respond to it now, by all means. So listen to what I'm going to tell you, please. Listen to everything before you respond, okay? You said Black Americans want to put all of us Afro-Latinos in one category, bunches all together, okay? Mira, listen to what I'm going to tell you, please. Afro-Latinos bunch themselves together, whether they understand or not, by identifying as Afro-Latino. You see, here's the problem with the people who grab an umbrella terminology to identify an entire people and then get mad because the label now has this baggage, has this bad reputation. You took it on when you identified as such. Like us, for example, you and I are from Latin America. Therefore, we by default ignorantly identify as Latinos. So everything that Latinos do, like a Marco Rubio as a Latino, we take that on. And it's our fault. Why? Because we are in full control of identifying as such or not. In this particular case, you as an Afro-Latina. So here we have all these people from Latin America, whether they're Black Latinos, Afro-Latinos, Black Hispanics, Afro-Hispanics, nonetheless, they all chose this umbrella term to identify as a whole, regardless of their particular national background. And because of this, you in fact have made the choice, you as, although you're from Panama and you don't agree with the Dominicans, me no black, you don't agree with that. But if you both identify with the same terminology umbrella as a Black Latino, guess what? You have no choice but to take that on. So now every time you identify as a Black Latina, every time, let's say for the sake of argument, that Black Americans or a Black American were to say, see, the thing about you Afro-Latinos, if you were to say, well, not me, but que te ganas, what's it benefit you to say, not me, if you are part of this particular group because you went out of your way to identify as such? So that's what umbrella terminologies do to us. We choose to take on these umbrella terminologies and everything that comes with it, the positive and the negative. We have to own it, and we have to go out of our way to fix it. The amount of times that I, as somebody born in Mexico, has to come out of his way to correct or to try to address all the anti-blackness, the anti-indigenous, the colorism of Mexico in itself is insane. The amount of times that I have to come over here and try to talk to people, look, y'all, here's the complexity of the term Latino. I am considered that, y'all, but I don't identify myself as such. Because the fact is that there's so many white tea people that have white tea supremacist views, but are Latinos. For example, a Nick Fuentes, you know who that is?
Yep.
He's a Hispanic. His name is Nicholas Fuentes. He's a Hispanic by definition. I am too. Guess what? Now he and I, when somebody who's not Hispanic, that doesn't know how it works, the complexity of it, when they hear that Hispanic talk like that, man, I knew you Hispanics were racist. Then if
He
I don't,
considers himself white, Ricardo.
¿cómo?
Él se considera blanco.
Of course he does. Most white tea Latinos in power do. And yet they're categorized as Hispanic, though.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
and so am I.
yeah.
And because of that, I have to take that on. So it is my duty to attempt to try to say, or attempt to convince people of my ethnic background, hey, can we start detaching ourselves from the
What?
Latino and Hispanic terminology? Because white tea people that are white tea supremacists also identify as such. Go ahead. What are you going to tell me?
I try to do that, and I try to do it even with the Dominicans.
Mhm.
I even created videos like, you need to stop this BS, like, I'm not black, I'm Dominican BS, because it's hurtful. It's just hurtful. You need to stop it. Well, what it created, it just rage, because people don't like to hear the truth. And then people become very emotional, and they just get all triggered to hear the truth. Dominicans, like, really genuinely asking, why do you do this? You don't know how hurt, like, this is not good. It doesn't look good at all. You sound ridiculous. It sounds stupid. You looking like me, and you telling us another person that looks like you that you're not, you don't belong in the same group as him, is preposterous. Like how I got in from some Black Americans, they will tell me, "Oh no, I thought you were black, because but you're not. You're not black." I saw it in your own video in the comments. A lot of them were like, "What are you talking about?"
The only thing I wanted to say, it's nothing to do with any type of hate. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with wanting to not distinguish ourselves as Black people, because of course we are Black people. For too long, we have neglected our own community. We've neglected it for the fight of other people. And now is the time that really, like, you know what? We need to focus on ourselves. We have some things that we need to clean up. Our homes are not where it needs to be because we're too busy out fighting for everybody else. And we also notice that when it comes time to fight for us, no one wants to fight for us. Like, no one wants to help us. And, I gave an example the other time about reparations. We've seen to count time and time again where we've been trying to fight for reparations for a very long time. And other non-Black people or non-FBAs are like, no, they don't deserve it. No, they just want to hand out. And those are the things that we're talking about. We have to focus on a strategy for us of how we're going to accomplish what we need to accomplish. It has no one's going around saying, "Yeah, we don't like you," and "No, we don't want to be a." We're not saying that. But when you come here to this country, what's the first thing that you say? You identify with the country you came from, right? I'm Jamaican, right? Everybody does it. But for some odd reason, when we do it, when we say, well, you know what? We're just going to go over here and do our own thing and chill out over here. Now it's division.
Right.
Now we're xenophobia. I'm like, where is this coming from? No one is saying that we don't like you. Nobody is saying that. We're just saying we're just gonna go over here, focus on what we need to focus on, help ourselves before we can help anybody else. But it's causing a huge ruckus for other Black immigrants who are not of FBA. It is causing a stir. But I really want to clear, the air of people thinking that, oh, you're anti-immigrant. No, we're not. We are not. Listen, if you come from Nigeria, you're coming from Haiti, you're coming from you anywhere, and you are a Black person, come. I hope all your blessings are fruitful. We are not stopping you from coming here. We want you to be successful. All we're saying is we have to focus on our own stuff. We have problems that we haven't even addressed. And that's all we're saying.
I got two inputs for you. My attempt to understand, correct me if I'm wrong, what I just understood. So it's almost like Black people of Latin America, for example, Black people of Puerto Rico. Bro, I'm Puerto Rican and I'm proud. Bro, I'm Panamanian and I'm proud. We are our own culture. But then, like, if a Black American does the same exact thing, we're American, bro. We're proud. We have our own culture. It's not like, oh, see, you're dividing yourselves from us. We're Black too. So it's like Black people of each country, they could be proud of their own national identity as well as cultural background. But then it's almost like when a Black American does it, it's kind of like, why y'all gatekeeping? We're Black too. All right?
We've heard this throughout the whole diaspora. We've heard their complaints. We even saw it with the Essence Festival. There was some issues that went down with the Essence Festival. The reason why we're doing the FBA type of thing is because we have things that we need to get done. We have things that we need to get accomplished. If we don't, then we're going to be asked out. We are lagging behind in the generational wealth because of what has happened.
What I've heard from Black Americans very commonly or very often was the reason why we're not dividing, but we have to have our own category is because when black immigrants in this particular case come here, we take on their baggage. We already have our own
That's
issues to
true.
solve and fix. And now when these people who are black, yes,
Yeah.
they're black like us, but we are taking on their entire baggage when they come. That's one thing I've heard a lot. Is that a thing?
That is true. I would agree with that statement. I think I mentioned something like that too. When it is a black person who was not of FBA, Foundation of Black American or African American, that committed a crime, what do they say? The suspect was black. They don't say that the person was Haitian American, not to say that the person was Panamanian or Brazilian. They don't say that. They say that the person was black, and that's what we have to deal with. So now, when we travel the world, people think that we're criminals. All you guys do is drink adult beverages all day. And that's not us. That's not who we are. Yeah, you have a class of black people who do that. But when you get outside of that class of black people and you get up to middle and upper middle class and even some of the millionaires in the black community, we're not doing that.